Hey, this is Barr from Dropkick Murphys, and you're watching GetAddicted.org. Keep watching. First song I can remember was probably Johnny Contruletti by Udo Lindenberg. I lived in Berlin in the 70s. First song I ever bought, well, the first record I ever bought was Burnin' Love by Elvis Presley. That was the first record I ever bought with my own money. I was like 9 years old. My father gave me his Beatle collection, but that doesn't count. First song, as far as my money, my allowance, Burnin' Love by Elvis Presley. First song I could play on an instrument, that was probably Mary Beth Coolidge's theme, and it was on my skin flute. Mary Beth was a girl I had a big crush on, and so I was crushing on her in my bedroom. I think my mother caught me. First song I ever wrote was a song called Too Cool to Be Tan. And it was like my punk rock alternative to all those people who lay on the beach and got skin cancer. And it was like the music of the Ventures with like punk rock lyrics about I'm too cool to be tan, you know, no suntan oil for me, you know what I mean? First song I ever performed was actually a cover of Social Distortion's Another State of Mind. A group of guys that we were starting a band together, but they had a side project called The Clampdown. They had a gig. I jumped on stage with them, and I did Another State of Mind by Social Distortion, which is off the LP Mommy's Little Monster. For you kids that don't know that record, go out and get it. It's a seminal punk record. The song to my first kiss, wow. Probably like the first like real intense makeout session that I had, I was probably listening to the Violent Femmes, you know, some chick music, you know what I mean? Because you gotta get romantic, you know what I mean? So it was probably like, you know, Blister in the Sun by the Violent Femmes, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I was just really excited to do some making out with this girl, Patricia McCarthy, who was just this beautiful girl, and we were in the back of her parents' Ford Fairmont, and they weren't anywhere nearby, and it was raining out, and my bandmates are throwing shit at me right now, so that's cool. They like to do that. Up your ass! The first song on the mixtape for her, I was probably like 15 years old, and I went out with this chick. She was 23 years old, and I didn't find that out until like we had been going out for a while. I also just found out like 6 months ago that Ted Nugent came through town and knocked her up. Like she had a kid by Ted Nugent. She had to sue him for child support. But she made me a mixtape of like the Wipers, Joy Division, and all this like kind of new wave stuff, which I didn't really like because I was into hardcore. But it got me with the 23-year-old, so you know what I mean. So that was probably like the first mixtape from that girl. The song to my first time. My first time was, you know, I didn't have any music playing, you know what I mean? Because we had to listen to make sure my parents weren't coming home, you know what I mean? First song that made me cry. I don't cry. There's no tears in punk rock. Probably Jonesville, Illinois by Tom Waits. The first song I downloaded from the internet. Don't download songs from the goddamn internet. Pay for your goddamn music. Go into the record store and buy a CD. It's called a CD or a record. Don't downloading crap. That's screwing us all over. No more downloading. First song I would ban from the radio. Probably I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Or anything of that ilk, like, you know, I'm too sexy for my brain and that kind of stuff. And last song, oh man, that's a tough one. Probably anything from Steve Earle, Tom Waits, or Joe Strummer, you know, and the Mescaleros, you know, anything from those three and I'll be all right. But you know, if it's my funeral, can we play all three? Okay, all right.